Hello, you're welcome to my video presentation. This is a video presentation titled Client Project Closure and Reflections. Well, it has been a wonderful journey working on this project. My client is the Tom Supermarket, and the project scope was on the industry sector of marketing and communication for my clients. This is the outline for this project closure and the reflections. I will quickly run through the executive summary of my fourth blog. Now, while working on this project, I started with the first blog, which was the introduction to the project scope, that is marketing and communication sector for the Tom Supermarket. I also highlighted the hypotheses in the first blog, the risk, and many others in the first blog. The second blog was execution of the critical literature and the as-in situation for the Tom Supermarket and the current market trends at the time I was working on this project. The blog three was the formulation of the client business project methodology plan. In this blog three, emphasis were laid on how I gathered my data, which was the secondary data, the quantitative and the qualitative data research that was done, and the methodology plan that I use in achieving my recommendations, which also back my conclusions for my clients. The fourth blog is the discussion on the closure of this project and the retrospection. While working on this project, this was the model testing plan that I drew up for my clients. One, emphasis was placed on the various strategies for digital marketing and communication for my clients. Approaches and methods adopted for this project were research methodology, which was the utilization of secondary data sources, that is, which I obtained from academic journals, current market trends, also from um, I also obtained data from consumers, market dynamics and consumers behavior journals, online database, market studies that were made, and that is where I gathered all my data from. Then the contest testing was also a model testing plan that I used to arrive at my recommendations for the Tom Supermarket, uh, which was within the project scope. Also, the testing plan was also using web traffic analysis. This was to monitor the percentage of engagement of consumers to the customer's website, and also engagement analysis was also made to actually test the level of engagement of these consumers who visited the website and how it generated sales for my clients, and the improvement and growth that my clients experienced while monitoring the engagement analysis. Also, the conversion progress tracking was also a model that I adopted while working on this project. Like I said earlier, the test criteria was to test the effectiveness of digital marketing and communication strategies, which I proposed for my clients, and which with recommendations that I know if relating to the key performance indicators. Yes, all the model testing that I did were in relation to key performance indicators, because we wanted to actually I wanted to actually prove to my client that if he adopts all my recommendations, the outcome of my test, which I proposed for him, will be using all these tools: the website traffic analysis, the social media engagement analysis, and the conversion rate analysis if these were the test criteria, and monitoring the test output. According to Edrogmos and Sesic 2012, when real-time monitoring of social media performance can be done. A website was designed for my client to monitor the engagement of online users of this website, to monitor the traffic, and to also monitor the conversion rate of converting the users of online users to actual sales and profits for my clients. Also, the enhanced brand awareness. Through this social media strategy, there was enhanced brand awareness for my clients. There was improved conversion rates. The consumers were not only engaging online, they were also buying online, apart from physical sales, which was improved after all these strategies were fully implemented and tested. There was significant physical sales increment and also online sales increment, cumulating to more profit for my clients. There were adjustments and amendments during the course of working on this project. One of the amendments was the website design was developed to actually suit whoever visits the site. There's a little adjustment were made to the color combinations, the designs, if it was users friendly, if it was straightforward in buying goods online, if the consumers were having quick feedback from their concerns and questions. These were all the adjustments and amendments that were made. Also, the constant maintenance of all the strategies that were recommended for my clients. Verification and testing. The recommendations were it was established after thorough research was done for my clients. It was established that analyzing engagement data and adapt the strategy based on customers' preference and trends. It was it was of a great advantage for my clients. Then my recommendation, another recommendation that I made was user feedback integration, ensuring that feedbacks are promptly given back to consumers and consumers' concerns were attended to promptly. Then incorporate and explore options of constant change to the website design to increase efficiency and potentials of new engagements, people that are engaging the online platform for my clients. Then collaborative content. Another recommendation that I made was that the Tom supermarket should always endeavor to collaborate with other competitors in the market so that they will know what is trending on the market. And also, it's also to show the effectiveness of their marketing strategies. When they collaborate with other competitors, it gives them more advantage to know what the market trend is, and the consumers behavior will be monitored, and right measures will be adopted so that all these strategies are converted to real sales and profit growth from my clients. Expected outcome for this project was one, there was the improved consumers engagement and interaction. The website design which I proposed for my clients which was properly done and maintained. If properly done and maintained, we improved engagement of online users, which will cumulate to more sales for my clients. During COVID 2019, that people were restricted with a limited movement, many people turned to online buying. So, I recommend that the term supermarket um, should, as a matter of urgency, should actually focus more on their consumers' engagement online, and also the another expected outcome. If my recommendations are properly followed and implemented, there will be enhanced online sales. Also, there will be which will encompass the online advertising and the specific type for the for my customers will also be utilized. The data analysis that I adopted during the course of this project was the descriptive statistics and the inferential statistics. Also, data visualization was also adopted, such as charts, graphs, diagrams, to drive home the point and make it easy for my client to comprehend what I was um, what I was working on, for my client to understand the strategies and the outcome for my recommendations. So I use the data visualization, descriptive statistics for my client to easily understand. Application to business. The insights sourced from research strategy and the insights sourced from the research strategy would determine the value of the supermarket demographic and the set profit levels. Yes, where my recommendations are being applied to business, there will be a significant improvement in their both physical and online sales, and which will impact the set profit level for my clients. My recommendations were also compared to the hypotheses highlighted in the block 2 of my of my video presentation. Well, the client feedback were stated, and I also ensure that he understands the I also ensure that he understand the recommendations that I proposed, because it was I for me as a consultant, I made those recommendations based on research that I've gathered, and they were evidence to back up my recommendations. I explained in concise and clear communication for my clients to understand and how to implement all those recommendations. The key lessons learned while working as a consultant for my client, the Tom Supermarket, on digital marketing and communications were: one, valuable insights of gathering data for research method and methodology plan were were learned. Yeah, I learned valuable insights that when you gather information, when you gather data which are qualitative and quantitative from reliable sources. My source were secondary data, but they were from academic journals, they were from market studies, in the industry reports as well. This is where I gathered my data, and they were valuable insights for me, because I was able to make up I was able to come out with these recommendations because I have evidence backing them up. Also, the value of effective marketing was another lesson I learned, that when you put in place and digital marketing and communication strategies in place in business, there will be visible improvement in your sales, in your profit, both physical and online sales. Also, identifying digital marketing trends was also another key lesson I learned while working on this project. But identifying digital market trends, consumer behaviors, market dynamics was also a valuable were also valuable insights that I learned while working on this project, because the project, the recommendations I made were backed up with all the research data I gathered while working on this project. And I'm sure my client is also comfortable, because he have seen and he has realized that if the effectiveness of adopting all these recommendation will impact his business positively. There were comprehensive discussions that I had while working on this project, which helped me in analyzing which helped me in analyzing all the data I gathered while working on this project, relating it to key performance indicators of my project scope. This was a Gantt chart in Block 2 that showed that was also a data visualization measures that I used, that was depicting uh, the rate at which activities were being done in the Tom supermarket. Activities that were done, one must be completed before the next is embarked on, which also helped in having my drawing my conclusions. These were the references that I used in coming up with my recommendations and conclusion. Conclusively, I must say working on this project was a very valuable and a never to forget uh, instance for me, because it gave me so much insight in working on a client's project. I want to use this moment to appreciate all the team of lecturers who helped in putting me through in working on this project. Conducting a research methodology on my client business actually helped me in drawing all these recommendations and conclusions for my client. And I'm sure if my client adopts all these recommendations, it will project my client as one of the businesses adopting good best practice in retail business, in retail industry. Because like I said earlier, all the all the recommendations I made for my clients were evidence backed, relating to the key performance indicators of retail business. I also mentioned earlier that I gathered my data from market reports, industry reports, and I'm sure if my clients um, collaborate with other competitors in the retail industry, they are going to do well, and it will also enhance their business performance. Thank you.